Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of F1 Manager 24. In today's video we are at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and the last one Perez managed to win his second race on the trot, beating George Russell, not by much, by 2 seconds at the line, to the Qatar Grand Prix victory, and there is now only 13 points to separate them. George Russell has now got the chassis Perez had in the last race. Now we have two of them. But let's head in to the Azerbaijan race weekend. Race targets 7th or above Perez and 6th or above George Russell. Apparently we have the 4th and 5th best car, which means we have the 2nd best car, which is the first time the game's reckoned that. I can't wait to see what it brings
from
us.
Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital. Well, it's not every weekend that Formula One arrives at a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but arrive here we have. Drivers will race around the historic streets of Baku, which includes the race calendar's tightest corner, beneath a medieval fortress wall. The previous Grand Prix saw Sergio Perez pass the checkered flag in first place. There's no doubt that the Mexican will be eyeing up his next podium finish. The weekend begins here.
So that is the end of FP1, and Fernando Alonso is fastest. He must be very keen to bounce back after his DNF in Qatar. Sargent P2, really nice to see. Norris, Piastri, Hadjar, Bray, Leclerc, Sainz, Ocon and Behrman in the top 10. Interesting to see Leclerc has a grid penalty for his collision with Ricciardo in the last race, but we were 14th and 20th, and the other Red Bull was 22nd. Neither Red Bull full driver participating in FP1. Interesting. Let's head in to FP2. And that is FP2 done and dusted. 4 cars within 10th. It was Alonso, Tsunoda, Sargent, Norris, Antonelli, Piastri, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Lawson and Bortolesso. Kick Sauber showing really good pace, and Mercedes showing really good pace, which is surprising. B-Carb and a Haas up there as well, but let's head in to FP3. And that is the end of FP3, where we are topped by a 2.5 seconds to the next person. Russell was 2nd to Tsunoda. It is just practice, don't get your hopes up, but the final top 10 order was Perez, Russell, Tsunoda, Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hadjar, Ricciardo, Ocon. That is much more like a normal order that we know. But yeah, let's head into qualifying. What is our driver's preparation? 98% for both. I'll see you on the first lap in Q1.
Our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Drivers will have to be at the top of their game here in Baku, as mistakes can prove costly on a street circuit like this. But having tackled the twisting turns, the long main straight awaits, providing a fantastic opportunity for the slipstream.
Here's Fernando Alonso. Big question, how have things been for him heading into this qualifying session?
They weren't as quick as I expected them to be in practice. They'll want to land better lap times than that today to earn a solid position on the starting grid.
So get yourselves comfortable, it's going to be quite the ride.
So here we are then, starting our first flying lap in Q1. It's interesting to see how long the soft tyres can go. We've got more sets than what we normally would, because I've not saved extra mediums or hards because I don't think we'll need them. But yeah, Perez has won the last 2 on the bounce. Russell won. It was Tsunoda won the first race, then Russell won 3 on the bounce, and then Checo's just won 2 on the bounce. So it's getting feisty. Who knows? 35 over Perez in the first sector. It's 35 over for George Russell. There is about 300ths between them, or 30 milliseconds if you want to be pedantic with it. Oh. Go on, move out the way please. No, he's just started his flying lap. So Perez will get a tow the whole way down the straight. 40.2 for Perez, 40.1 for George Russell. But Perez is getting a lovely little slipstream down towards the line. 40.8 is his final time. 1 minute 40.8. George is 4/10 off that. How good was that toe?
Stay negative on the dash.
25.6. 26.0. Damn, that slipstream's what done it for Perez. Oh, red flag. Yuki Tsunoda's in the barrier.
Here's the replay. Right, we're taking the second corner. And ends up in the wall. And
no.
that...
I don't think that'll be his session over. So that is the end of Q1, and the order is Perez, Piastri, Russell. Interesting to see Piastri so high up there. Tsunoda, who crashed, and Verstappen, who set the exact same time. Alonso, Ricciardo, Gasly, Leclerc, Norris, Hadjar, Ocon, Antonelli, Sargent, Albon, Doohan. And in the drop zone is Valtteri Bottas getting out-qualified by his teammate for the first time this season, I do believe. Then it's Behrman, Sainz, Bortoletto, Lawson, and Hulkenberg. So Sainz hasn't had too bad of a shocker, but Lawson has had quite the shocker there. So Russell has gone out first for the first flying lap in Q2. These are on the scrub set that we used in Q1. I don't know what's happened here because the car hasn't got very much sound at all. It's the audio F1 manager glitch that we all know and love. I don't know how to deal with that. I probably won't be able to deal with that until the race day, where I'll just have to quit to the menu. So Q2 and Q3 are probably going to be very hard watches. 34.9 for the first sector, 34.9 as well for Perez. So Perez has probably just gone about half a tenth quicker than Russell in the first sector. It was the second sector though where Russell was massively gaining on Perez, and then Perez got a huge slipstream in the final sector. But I believe we did end that session fastest, which we never normally do. 40.1, 40.2, there we go. So Russell's now probably half a tenth or 3/4 of a tenth in front of Perez. Up to the line, what's it going to be for George Russell? It's a 41.1.
Mode in, please.
And
mode
Perez is 600 slower than that. And Alonso's a second down on that, jeez. So the final order in Q2 is as follows: Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Alonso, Piastri, Leclerc, Sargent, Norris, Ricciardo, and Albon. Interesting to see Sargent and Albon in Q3. But knocked out is Antonelli, just not doing the bits for Mercedes at the moment. Gasly, Hadjar, Ocon, Doohan, and Tsunoda, who never set a time because obviously he mashed his car up in the last session. So Tsunoda's got a tall order to do anything or have any chance of a podium tomorrow. But let's head in to Q3. So starting our first flying lap in Q3, sorry, on a fresh set of tyres. We're doing 2 fresh runs, and hopefully the second set will only be a little bit scrubbed, or not even that scrubbed, depending on if we need the lap. So hopefully we'll basically have 2 fresh softs for tomorrow and 2 fresh mediums and a hard if we need it. So we'll have plenty of tyre options for tomorrow's race. No traffic expected on this lap. Russell does a 34.9 in the first sector. What does Perez do? 35.0. Russell finding a little bit more in that first sector, which is weird because they've always been matched through that first sector in this qualifying session. They are very evenly matched drivers. They've got the exact same car, the exact same setup confidence, and the exact same track acclimatization. This can be tight this weekend. 40.2 for George Russell. It's 40.1 for Perez. That's always been Russell's sector. This is interesting, man. So Russell's going to come up towards the line. It's a 41.3. Perez is going to come up towards the line. It's a 41.3. He's 15 milliseconds in front. Here we go, starting our final lap in Q3. We are 1,000th off third with Perez, wow. And we're only half a second off pole, so I think that's gone out the window. I'd like to get a second and third in this qualifying session if possible, which I believe it is. Ricciardo isn't getting much for slipstream either. Perez might be getting a distant slipstream, but really not much of a distant toe at that. It's interesting because we'll see everybody cross the line first. It's a 34.9 for Russell, but more importantly, Perez went purple with a 34.7. I believe Verstappen's gone and taken that purple. So that's a promising sign. If we're being fast and everybody else apart from Verstappen, that would put us on the front row. Alonso's gone P3 out of those three. Nobody else seems to improve. Piastri's gone back up to P3. Leclerc's gone P7. Sargent stayed P8. Next two is going to be us across the line. So George Russell is going to come up towards the line. It's going to be P2. And Perez is going to go P2 again. Neither can get pole. It's P1 for Verstappen. These lot are all done. So that will be it. So the final order in Q3 was Verstappen, Perez, Russell, Norris, Piastri, Alonso, Leclerc, Sargent, Ricciardo, Albon. So Sargent will start 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Albon 9th, and Leclerc will drop down to P10. If Perez done his... Nah, Perez's Q1 time would have been enough for pole. Okay, that's fine.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
Baku City Circuit challenges drivers like few other tracks. The tight section through the old city demands precision. The main straight, pure aggressive acceleration. And every corner is a challenge for tyres. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race. Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. And the cameras now shift to Sergio Perez, concentrating on the race ahead.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
It looks like we can
And
be
it's
outnumbered on
lights
these
out,
mediums.
And away we go.
Right, it is indeed lights out and away we go. Perez up to high overtake aggression. Russell up to high overtake aggression. Times 2, let's go. Perez, is that a decent start? Is that the start we wanted? No, not quite up into the race lead. Everybody maintains position. Sargent, Ricciardo on hards. Russell and Norris on mediums. Leclerc on mediums. Hadjar on mediums. Doohan on hards. Behrman on mediums. Sainz and Lawson on mediums. Everybody else on softs. Sonoda's started at the back, so he's taken an engine penalty, which is very smart to be fair. Oh, I wanted to do that one. There goes Perez up into P4 just yet. Perez has been overtaken again. Russell's been overtaken, or has he? Not. I want to say he just got the DRS there. Yes, he did. Bottas mechanical fault. And Russell fighting Norris and co. But yeah, the top two should have always ran away together because they were on soft, so I'm not bothered that Russell isn't with them, or isn't with them at the moment. Yeah, and let's start to conserve, but I need one of these to come past so that Russell can conserve. I'm saying that Russell's temps are coming down a fair bit. Sure, let's just conserve here. Perez and Verstappen fighting. Russell leading these races early on instead of Perez. But Perez's tyres have now cooled down. If we stay in front here, I'm going to try and bolt with Perez as well. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try. Nice, 1.4. Perez has done it. Virtual safety car has been called out because Leclerc has smacked it into a wall somewhere. Down at turn 1.
VSC. Stairs.
Leclerc crashed
Okay,
down at turn
so
1.
heading into turn 1 here.
He's
There's
fighting
clear contact there.
Sergeant.
I imagine their confidence
Oh
will
dear.
take-
VSC has ended. Verstappen's got a fairly good jump on Perez there of about 7/10. He's going to go down the inside of Max Verstappen. He's going to try down the inside. Down at turn 3. Verstappen's going to have the inside at turn 4, but George Russell, for now at least, looks like as if he's going to keep the place. Verstappen's got a mechanical problem. That's a dream.
It's not only options, it's adoption.
Problems with the gearbox. Verstappen's got problems with his gearbox. And oh, Verstappen comes into the pits already. Another set of softs going on his car. Go full attack again. Into the pits comes Sergio Perez. No, let's watch Sergio Perez, please. 2.6, not the greatest of stops, to be honest. And he is out. Oh, just in front of Verstappen. Verstappen was right there, so yeah, he is out just in front of Verstappen. Verstappen's going to try and lunge on down the inside. Are his heated tyres going to do the business for him? Around the outside, yes they are. For now anyway. Or is Perez going to get back down the inside? No, it can't use battery to do that. But he's out. Former teammates, of course, Perez and Verstappen. There goes Perez up to P1. Safety car. That benefits George Russell massively as well. Alex Albon has crashed. I can't see where he's crashed or how he's done it. Oh, I know what's going to happen here. Fighting Piastri, and Piastri just pinched him. Or that at least in for P4. But Russell is going to come into the pit lane. He's going to get served by his team. I think it's going to be very close. 2.4 seconds. Let's watch on board with Perez as George Russell comes out of the pit lane. Oh, it was close, you know. But George Russell just manages to get there. Verstappen's come in again for another set of softs, which is fair. I bet the AI don't have this problem either, which is what we need. Oh, Perez is going for Russell, and Verstappen's looking behind to see if he can get in on the scraps. But Russell hasn't got the DRS, and Verstappen is going to try and go clean around the outside. And he does so, yes. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Little jammy gear. I reckon we'll have to do much more conserving. Get Perez to fly around the outside. Yeah, that'll do. Right, these are much more healthy temperatures at least. They might not be our optimal temperatures. But Russell can go.
So there was a crash. Watch for the debris on the main straight.
Crash involving
Here we
multiple
go,
cars.
Heading into turn 1.
Esteban
Pushing a
Ocon,
bit
the
too
V
hard
car.
at this point. Oh, and the cars there, unable to keep out of each other's way.
Right, the gap's not. The pack isn't separating like it was even with Norris on those hards. I mean, Norris on those hards now leading the train will be good for us. Each other's way like that. I might switch it to rarely defend. And rarely defend. Just try and see if that will allow him to swap a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. Nice. He's on rarely defend. Why would he move over that aggressively on his teammate of all people? Right, if Russell's going to get it, then we need to go aggressive with them. Right, he's not going to get it. That's cool. It's fine by me. Or are they going to fight in the castle section? Please don't do this. Oh my god, they're fighting in the castle section. What are you guys doing? Oh. Russell's. Okay. I don't know how that makes sense, but I guess that it does. Okay, why? You lot need to stop it. Because these are gaining behind. Right, Russell, just put in front, man. Get a grip on it. Right, cool. Or just don't.
Tires are ready.
Again, they're on rarely defend. Stop defending so hard against your teammate. Right, Prez, back off. Or just go around your teammates outside as you do. Right, I'm now going to have to change their defensive mode to neutral. Or neutral. There we go. We are getting... But yeah, if we get in front of Ricardo, I don't mind. We couldn't save them properly under the safety car. And Verstappen has again forced himself out of DRS range. Russell into the pits for fresh softs next lap. Behrman has a mechanical fault. Perez is coming in this lap. If Russell's ahead, I'm not too bothered. In fact, I might try and get Russell in front. But into the pits comes Sergio Perez on lap 35. Verstappen follows him in as well. Oh, you're joking. We've been held for the Ferrari and Verstappen. That is taking the fucking piss. Verstappen's on mediums, Perez is on mediums. Into the pits comes Russell, and he is going to be out, hopefully in front of Verstappen. Yeah, he is, and Perez got Verstappen. Nice. Oh, Perez is P3. Sonoda's coming to the pits.
Debris on the track.
And he's out in front of Verstappen, and Bortoletto's crashed at turn 16. And I don't know if that's a VSC or a yellow flag. It's certainly not a safety car. I feel like there's been a big thing at the top of the screen saying VSC deployed. Again, okay, well that's a free bit of DRS for us. Or a free bit of DRS for Perez as he gets past Russell. And then Perez... You're joking, Perez. Russell. Right, there we go. Go on. Yes. Have it. Smashing. Now get clear of Sonoda. This is a good. This is good. This is good. Nice, that'll do it. We'll see on soft. Okay, so he's going to be more of a threat than Verstappen. And Verstappen's got an ill car. As if Verstappen's going to finish last out of these four, possibly. Perez and Russell are swapping, which is fine. I probably should have put Russell on because Russell's got more grip. And it's like the teammate. There we go, down the inside. Job's a good one. George Russell, oh, do you know what? Fight, I don't care. Is it because they're on high overtake aggression? Let's put them down for this one, I reckon. Because I do actually want one of you to get to Norris today. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going to be Perez again, yeah. We're going to pass him before... Wow, we're going to pass him before DRS even gets enabled. Oh, okay, Norris. Yeah, I think that's it for you, buddy. Huh? What? There we go, that's better. How'd you do that? Not quite sure, but anyway, 4 laps to go across the line. 48, 49, 50, 51. Yeah, 4 laps to go next time around. Russell, think smart about this. Or think stupid about this. I'm not really bothered. Tyres, buddy. Don't worry about pushing them too much. Or do worry about pushing them. There we go. Perez up in front. No, he's not. Oh, Oh, yeah, and this is the place to go side by side through the castle section. You know, just get Tsunoda out of DRS and then just bring him back into the fight, because why not? And bring Verstappen with him as well, because, you know, why the hell not properly as well? Perez makes the move into turn 1. Russell makes the move back into turn 2 and gets the DRS. But George Russell takes the win and Perez finishes 6/10 just behind him. Then Verstappen, then Tsunoda, then Alonso, Norris, Antonelli, Sargent, Piastri and Carlos Sainz. Bit of a crapper from Piastri, that one. Yeah, really good race. P1 and P2 again for like the third, fourth, possibly even God knows how many times in a row now.
George Russell's time to shine.
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right, the driver included, of course.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with the team that worked so hard to see this moment. And right now it's the British driver who proudly takes his place on the podium.
It gets even better for the team, with both drivers scoring a podium finish this weekend.
And before they get back to work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some fierce competition.
So another race, another victory. So far Tsunoda won the first race, then Russell won 3 on the bounce, then Perez won 2, then George has come back and won another one. Verstappen started pole, finished 3rd, George started first, 3rd, finished pole. But Tsunoda climbed 18 places to get 4th. Solid race from him, really good race. Yeah, Piastri did have a bit of a stinker. Sainz had a really good one to get the last points paying position after Leclerc dropped out, but the gap has now risen to 20 points. Wowee, yikes. But yeah, we're 48 points with Russell clear of Verstappen already. So it is just going to be, it looks like, us to Russell and Perez for the title. Possibly Verstappen could go for 2nd, or the title. I think Tsunoda's sort of out of it at this point, 60 points off. But you never know, you never know. And in the Constructors, we are almost 100 points clear. So yeah, we are almost going to break into the 300 mark. Might even do that next race. Didn't get any points in the pit stop standings, which is a bit of a shame because we now lost a position. I'm going to have a look at our pit stops because they are getting a little bit worse. 1.4 million gained from that race weekend. Suspension and chassis. So anything that isn't suspension, chassis or being done already. Facility refurbishment complete. And we have research complete for the chassis. Mark Slade has gone up to 89 rating. Dan follows 2 of these parts at a minimum. Side pods go to manufacture. 2 at a minimum, that's 900k. And then, what was it? Underfloor. 2 of these at a minimum, that's 800k. That's 1.1 million. Yeah, I've just dealt with that. Wait, what is it? Weather Centre level 5. It's a plan. We're at Imola already. Boardroom has been upgraded to level 4. When's the next thing? Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the post bell for some notifications. Oh, engineer and driver tension. Yeah, let's just do that. We're in a title fight. I don't want to be taking risks. But yeah, let's see where the car stands on this track. 7th, so back to last race, 4th bonus team. Okay, I can live with that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.